everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Prophetess Sybil McGill, and I bring you greetings from We Need to Hear from God Outreach Ministries. I actually am going to be doing something a little bit different today. I don't know exactly how many days we have been in quarantine, but we have been in quarantine for quite some time. And I know that as parents, we really are, some of us are getting used to it, and some of us are still at a standstill, especially on how to, keep our children occupied while at home, because they're at home pretty much all day. So I've came up with 5 different ways you can keep your children occupied. And this is something that I use personally, and it is very effective. And honestly, when I wake up in the morning, till now, it's almost 9 o'clock. The day goes by so fast because of these 5 things that we do implement. So I'm going to jump right into it. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions or anything that you want us to cover or talk about, of course, leave it in the comments below. So let's get started. So number 1, ask your child what they will like to do. What I mean by that is literally ask them, is there anything that you have always wanted to try that you've never tried, you never got a chance to try, or you just felt like you didn't have time because you think that's just something adults say, but it's also with children, because I realized that when my daughter was in school, she would be gone from 6:30 a.m. and wouldn't get home to about almost 7 o'clock p.m. because she was in so much after school activities. She was in track, she was in cheerleading, she was, I don't even remember everything she was in. She was in track, she was in cheerleading, she did sign language, she was in plays, she was in the talent show. So a lot of these after school, a lot of these after school activities took up a lot of her time. She was in soccer. So a lot of those things she's not doing now because she's not in school. Her school is really 2 to 2.5 hours a day as opposed to an 8-9 hour day. So what do we do to keep our children occupied? Ask them that question. You'll be surprised. I realized that my daughter had more interests outside of the things that she was doing. She actually, within the last 2 weeks, has started a lip gloss business, and it is something that she is really passionate about. She's actually in there now doing lip gloss, making lip gloss. She's not just putting things together. She's actually doing her homework, doing her research, looking at other videos, really getting inspiration from other businesses on how to really launch and make the business successful. And just to give you an example, here's one of her lip glosses. And she has another one. These are just samples that I just took out of her room. And this is something that takes up a lot of her day because she will be in her room for 2 to 3 hours. Maybe 4 throughout the day, looking at videos, going online, doing research, and making her lip gloss. So she's in week 2, and it's very enjoyable, and it's something that she does share with one of her cousins, and they do it together sometimes, when they're able to get together. So that's a great example, because a lot of times we get so caught up in our own lives, but we have to remember that our children, they are people as well, and they do have gifts. You'd be surprised the talents and the gifts that our children have. So I want you guys to not put that in the back of your mind, but just literally have that conversation, and you'd be surprised what answers you will get. So number 2, read a book together. Now, I will be the first to say the only book that I have really read in my adult life, and I will say between the age of 22 to I'm now 31, I've only read the Bible. I would read documents, but I really wanted to get back into reading. Um, but I never found the time to really do it, and I never made the time. So myself and my daughter, we started reading a book together, and we would read one chapter a day. We don't have a designated time, but we make sure we set time aside to read one chapter a day. Now, she read one page, I read the other page. And it's amazing when we actually started to do it, because she wasn't as gung-ho about it in the beginning. But I was telling her to keep an open mind. And as we started to read, she started to really get into the story, because it's almost like watching TV, but you're reading. And reading is fundamental. And it is something that we both are like excited for the next chapter, because we've come to a part in the book where we're like, shh, what? And it's something that we share together as mother and daughter. And as parents, and I realized that with myself and my husband, we're two different people. We share different interests. Her and her father's interests are different from myself and hers. They don't read together. They watch TV together. She'll watch his old shows that he loves to watch, or sports, and she'll even sit and watch the news with him, which is something that they share. A certain time every day, they will sit aside and they will watch a TV show together. So for me, we read a book, one chapter a day, and it's really it's something to look forward to, because we have things that we look forward to in our lives. Certain times of the day, certain days of the year. We look forward to our birthdays. We look forward to Christmas. We look forward to Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day. To give them something to look forward to, it really brings their spirits up, because it's not just us adults that are going through this. Our children are going through it as well. So this is why it's important to implement certain activities and certain things for them to do on a daily basis, because it gives them something to look forward to. Number 3, do a puzzle. A puzzle or a crossword puzzle. What myself and my daughter has been doing, and my husband's been, he helps out sometimes, is we actually completed a 300-piece puzzle. So what we did was, on our store run, we went to the store, and we decided to get some snacks and get a few things for the house, just so we won't have to keep going back and forth to the store. So we said, let's get some activities. Let's get some coloring books. Let's get some activity books. Let's get some stuff so we can just stock up and have something to do on a daily basis. So we do our puzzle, and I'm going to show you guys this. I don't even remember. I believe I got this from Dollar General. But this is 1,800 total pieces. Okay? But you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 different puzzles in here. Okay? So you have 2 100 pieces. You have 2 300 pieces and 2 500 pieces puzzles. So I completed a 100 piece, and we together completed a 300 piece. So we have 1 more 300, 2 more 500s, and 1 more 100 piece puzzle. And it's so intriguing. Like, it really is. It's critical thinking. This right here is critical thinking, because it's math. It takes up time, but it's you get so captivated into the puzzle when you think that you got it, and you don't want to leave there. And I never thought I would feel like that with a puzzle. I've done puzzles before when I was younger, but a lot of these things are just coming back. So that's something that we do, and it is so much fun. And when we completed that puzzle, we were so excited. So that is something else that you can share with your child or with your children. Number 4, I would recommend to start cooking and or baking together. I do not really care for baking, but that's been something that my daughter has been asking throughout the year. Can we bake cupcakes? Can we do this? Can we do that? And my answer a lot of times be, I don't feel like it. No, I don't want to bake anything. Let's do it on the weekend. But even though I'm working from home, I have way more time on my hands. So we actually made cake pops yesterday. I would always recommend, so just, you can, if you have cable, you can go through cooking shows. You can go on YouTube and you can, there's numerous of recipes that you can get for cooking dinner or either just baking something. It's something that they look forward to. Like I said, it's something that my daughter's always been interested in. She helps my husband with his cooking. She even makes his coffee now. He'll pay her to, make his coffee. And it's something that she looks forward to. And when you share something together as a family, it really brings a sense of peace. It's very therapeutic and you feel more accomplished, and it brings more joy into the room when you share something together. This is a time where everything has come to a halt, but it's a time that we can take advantage to really get to know one another as a family, whoever's in your household. So these tips can really bring your family closer together, and there's things that you're going to learn about your children that you have never known. So it's really satisfying to share these experiences and to be able to have a sense of not entitlement, but have a sense of accomplishment. You have accomplished something, and it was something that helped you as a parent, and it also helps your child, and it helps your relationship. So we really don't know what we have in front of us, and this is really a time that everything comes to a halt. And it was not by our choice, but hey, God knows what we need, and He knows what has to be done in order for us to really see what we have in front of us. So, number 5, watch a family movie. I don't just get stuck on Netflix. You can pop in a DVD. You can, of course, watch Netflix, or you can just watch something on TV if you have cable. But sometimes I catch myself at a standstill of what to watch. So what I do is get recommendations. I get recommendations all over. I get recommendations from the news. I get recommendations from family members. I even get recommendations from my daughter. I get recommendations from my husband, whether they know it or not. There's always something to do, and it's something that I truly believe that when you have things to look forward to, when you implement certain things, it's going to help ease your mind. Doesn't mean that, of course, we still want to go out. We still want to go out to eat. But this is going to really not only help you as a parent, but it's also going to help your child. And some children feel left out. We can't leave our children out because they need us and we need them. So I really hope that these 5 things will help you in your household. Just a tip, just a note for us adults, and I also implement it with my daughter as well. I told myself that I will never say I'm bored ever again. I'm going to take it one day at a time, but that's my daily goal, to not say that I am bored. And even when I feel it, I go do something. because it can bring you down. Doesn't mean that you're not going to feel bored, but don't speak it into existence. Children are going to say they're bored all the time. But one thing I have told and expressed to my daughter is, you may be bored, but there's always something to do. The reality is, we can't live our lives the way you used to live in our lives, because we was always on the go. But things have changed. But we have each other, and that is truly, truly, truly a blessing. So you guys, just take into account these 5 things that I have shared with you. I really hope it helped you. If you guys want to, any questions that you have, we are here to help you guys, not just during the quarantine, but just in everyday life. This is who we are, what we are about, and we share our experiences. So we will be uploading videos every Thursday and every Sunday evenings. So I think that's all I have. Be sure to follow us on all of our social medias, on our Facebook page, also our Instagram, and also check out our Family Sense, their YouTube page, and also their Instagram at Our Family Loves to Sing, and their Facebook. I'm going to link all of the information down below. We have, if you guys are interested in our merchandise or just donating to our ministry and our outreach, I will leave all the information in the description below. So guys, we need to hear from God Outreach Ministries. We are on the move. Move with us. Until next time, God bless you all. And always remember, the Bible is right. Have a blessed Thursday.